here. Oh, it was a lot. It was a lot. It was such a lot of rain.
Oh,
It was.
insane.
Yeah. Woo! Hello, everyone. Hi in the chat. Hello. I'm sorry we're running late. We have had a huge morning so far, and I could not have gone live with the first half of the day because we're actually really low on our volunteers. So we've been doing loads and loads of adoptions this morning, and we're now moving into some health checks. So hello and welcome, everyone. I can see the chat is really busy. I will come back to any questions in there and take a bit of a look later, but we're just going to move into a health check. So let's do that. Okay. Piggy number 1. Okay, let's have a look at your piggies. How have they been going?
Yeah, they've been well. We adopted them, I think, early January, I believe.
Okay.
So December, January.
December.
Yeah.
Look how much they've grown.
I know.
Who's this one?
This is Peppa.
Peppa. Oh my goodness, look at Peppa. Isn't she beautiful? She looks gorgeous. And whoop, you don't want you to run off there. I'll get you to stand back a bit. You stand with Mum because she's just not. No, just there's fine. She's just not wanting people to be. Even though she knows you, she's in a strange environment and she's wanting to hide. So I just want you to sit there, Peppa. It's all right. Peppa, it's all right. She's like, I want to run. I want to hide. All right, come here, Peppa. Is that better? Sit there. She can sit and be held. So you've had them since Christmas. They're going really, really well. When we look at guinea pigs that are doing well, the first sign of health is their coat. And it's beautiful and glossy. It's soft to touch. It's not falling out. There's no skin flakes attached. So she's looking really, really good. Yeah. Have you any specific questions? Because we're going to do her nails.
Yeah, the nails and just the foot because I've been sort of like that whole bumble foot. I just
Are worried about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
They look okay. They seem to be walking okay.
Okay. Just checking that's all right.
Yeah, I just want to check it because I'm not sure.
Yeah, what bumblefoot is.
Yeah,
okay.
It's supposed to be completely flat
Yes.
or what it is.
Well, I can tell you they feel fine from what I can feel under there. So,
Okay.
but we'll look at them and we'll have a check. Hey, aren't you beautiful?
And then I think it was with Peppa's ears. There's a little bit of I don't know.
Tearing. Yeah.
If it was tearing or not because
Yeah.
I haven't really noticed. And then one day I'm like, oh, it's not completely round.
Yeah, it is. These are little guinea pig nips. So a guinea pig has nipped that, and that's where they've grabbed it. Oh, it hurts them. That's actually one of their attack areas if they're going to attack other piggies. Hello. Hi, just give me about 10 minutes.
No problem.
Okay.
We are early anyway.
Okay.
The one that had the baby.
Oh, right. Okay. Yes. Okay. We'll work out what they are. Okay. That's super cute. Yeah. So this is just guinea pig nips.
Okay.
And when they are cranky towards each other, they will grab them by an ear, which is, if you think about a blade of grass, how easy it is to grab in their mouth, so is their ear flap. And that's why it's a vulnerable area, because they can just grab it like they do a piece of grass. The other area is here on the rump, and they use their front teeth to go whack like a bang, which is sharp. Their top mouth into there, and it hurts them. That's why most fight injuries we see here and in the rump. So, and it gets more and more severe. Of course, they can bite anywhere. Like if they're face to face, they can get each other around the face. But they're the most common areas. Hello, you're smelling me. Beautiful. Okay, let's have a look at your little nails. They're not too bad at all. They've got some little tiny points on there. No, and we just looking at her little feet there, you can see the difference in the pink to the white. The pink is where the bloodline is. You never ever want to cut into that. And the white, just like us, it's important to leave a little bit of white on there, which is protection for when they're walking and sensitive. We have a look at her rear feet as well. You can see they're nice and pink. There's definitely nothing bumblefoot about them. They're sort of no, perfectly fine. Let me just look at you up here. Make sure we've got you the right way. No, really good. Really good. When they start to get red raw, the next stage is they get abscessed over and it starts to open as a sore. That's the start of bumblefoot. Yeah, she's fine. She's have nothing to worry about there. That's good. Just grab you on this towel.
That little brown one.
I was thinking of it, yeah. We
How
just
did
know
you
what's
sub-
the easiest way to do this. So the first time we did
Oh,
the
to
nails, it was
do-
like a two-person job with a flashlight,
Yeah.
making sure we didn't get the bloodline and everything.
Yeah, you have to do it carefully, and when they're so little, they're frail.
Exactly.
Let me just, if you look for me, up there's a fleece, which is a big green one. Just go put her down there for a minute. So, we teach everyone this with cutting nails.
Yes.
So, thanking you. First thing is to find a big item that is soft.
Yep.
In this case, this fleece.
Yep.
And then I roll it into a long sausage like this. And then I make a V shape like that. Because effectively Piggy's head and body are going to lay in here. You need to have the tool you're going to use, which could be nail clippers, it could be little scissors, it could be, little scissors, could be, there's so many different tools we could use. I don't advise these. They're too big. They're dog clippers, yeah. So it's good for people to see that these are too big. But you need a little pair like these. Something little. So we've got a video on this, and you can actually just go and watch the video. So 5 steps, and you need something like a pillow slip, which is perfect to wrap the guinea pig in. So just get her out again. So all we do is wrap her up in the soft pillow slip bedding like this.
So she's a burrito.
She's a burrito. We call it a burrito wrap. That's it. And then you're going to use this area here to place her in. So holding her carefully, positioning your V shape like this, you're going to turn her over and make sure she's positioned in the V. So she's happy.
She's so calm when you do it.
She is. Because her paws are all on one surface. They're on the surface here against the towel, like she's standing. Yeah, and her back is supported, so she can't hurt herself. And the wrap is necessary so she doesn't flip and wiggle. So all we then do is take our time and just deal with one paw at a time. So if you're nervous with your guinea pigs, this is the method you need to use. We've taught this for forever. But the last important step, most important, is that before you just go and cut, you need to squeeze on the area that you think is okay and wait and see if they pull their nail back. Because like us, if something bit into this pink, you pull your finger back, and they do exactly the same. So we squeeze using the clipper on the nail, and if they don't pull back, we then cut all the way through. Okay, so just to be careful, then we never ever hurt them. So one paw at a time, just like this. We can keep really quiet because you need to maintain quiet and calm with them. You can then just carefully deal with the nails. I'm going to use a little pointy pair with hers because they're so tiny. See, and one person dealing with it.
I know. She knows she's with the guinea pig whisperer.
I need my big glasses more than anything. My glasses on this angle is really light. I might have to grab them. Where are they? Not out here, of course. need my big glasses.
What's James doing?
They're so tiny. Tiny, tiny. Okay. Okay. So you put that one back in there. Keep that one in. And then you take this one out. Like this. Now you work on this one.
Mm-hmm.
See how calm she is?
That's the last time we did do was the rat. Yeah, we put them on the front end. I've never seen her so still.
I know. She's even 80. Are you running or sleeping?
Sitting on top of her sister.
Sitting on top of your sister? Oh,
That's it. Okay, so now they're done. Again, put the top ones back in. Like that. And now you just find one foot, which is wrapped up in here somewhere. There it is. Can I have it? Yeah. Good girl. So she thinks she's still pressing on something, but it's me. I'm just trying to get her on the same angle. It's all right, sweetie pie. There. Put that one away. Next one out. Always squeezing first. That's it. Done. And then she's good. Just let her go. While she's here, I'll just wipe her ears out for her. She can hide there. Hello, sweetie pie. And so the hardest job can become a really easy job, doing it that way.
Yeah. So just take a Q-tip and just have a...
This is just wiping around the edge of the ear drum out, which is just time to do that for them. Yeah. So whenever you cut their nails, do this as well. Normally I put some water and malice on there, but it's fairly moist in here for her, so that's okay. I just haven't prepped that there. So we just wipe them out. Oh, a good little girl. Did you have another question?
Well, even this was just wondering how to make them a little bit more, I don't know if tame's the right word, because they're still a bit skittish yet, still, not fighting when they come up and stuff. They'll happily eat out of her hand and stuff if we have the right food.
Yeah. Well,
so what do you think?
You can see here on the table, she's very different to when I had her sitting without something in front of her. And you can go back and look on YouTube to see the difference. But the thing that has changed is that she knows a little bit about me, that I'm not going to hurt her. But she's also worked out she's hiding because we've reduced her visual space. It's like an ostrich with his hand in the sand. She's a bit like that. She's thinking, I'm down here, I'm not being noticed. Yeah. So she's laying flat in there, she's hidden away. So that's when people say, oh, much more calm. So we want to play to that when you've got guinea pigs, trying to do more to promote them being calm than being not calm. So these little ones, they're being really well looked after. You can see their coat, food, everything they're being given is good. If she's frightened, you need to work out what it's from. So it might be that maybe you go charging through the house and too much crash bang noise and suddenly the guinea pig's like wondering what's happening, in which case we can block off and screen off part of their cage so they don't see that.
So it's better to screen off because
Yeah.
we do outside, we do just to screen up.
Screen
I thought
up.
maybe to leave it open.
No, and that's why over there there's screens on everything, because they're way more settled within the space of what is in that area. So they feel much calmer because they think this is my space, even though there's something on the other side.
Yeah.
They think that's their space, it's a defined area, and that will help.
Okay.
So yeah, maybe contact me with like a picture or a video and
Yeah.
saying this is what's happening, how can we change it, and then we can discuss that
When
later.
did they actually start coming up to you? This like some
Okay, they're not cats and dogs that
Yeah.
relate, because they work in a different way.
Yeah.
Like you call a cat a dog, they'll
Yes,
come
yes,
to
yes,
you. Guinea pigs don't, but they will get used to certain sounds, like the rattle of a bag means food, and
Oh,
they
yeah,
suddenly get excited. The
yeah.
fridge door opening, the food, that like they're always excited about food.
They
So
know when you're going to give them dinner every night.
yeah, that's right. So another thing is that when you're going to pick them up, look how chilled she is now. She's just so chilled and ready. She was ready to take off before.
Exactly.
Yeah, but she's just reading things differently now because I'm playing to her behavior, and it's just more of that that's needed. Yeah, and then you have this. I mean, she's a perfectly calm guinea pig. She is. Yeah, she's just. Yeah, there's a really interesting video coming out. Probably, I hope I get it done this week. But it's on exactly that,
Oh,
and
okay.
it's phenomenal, the difference in what happens. So I know. So if people look how chilled she is,
I know.
chilled.
Probably fall asleep.
That's how it goes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And food, she loves it. But yeah, play to them being a frightened animal. If they're jumping, hiding, something's frightening them. It's either moving too fast, moving too quickly, too loudly. Once we slow that down, put that lid back over for me. Okay, and this is her buddy.
Yeah.
What's her buddy called?
Chili.
Chili. I love the name Chili. Hello, Chili.
I have to say, someone should warn me how much poop they do.
It's good for the garden.
It is.
It's good for the garden. Yeah. And oh my goodness, our lawn has grown like nothing else with all the rain.
It's so horrible. Like now, people when you become a guinea pig owner, you're like, ooh,
I know, you look at it, it's just gorgeous, don't you? Grass
We've been
envy.
advocating with especially in the rain. I'm like, we're just like cutting it and mowing the grass, and then our sisters trying to get them fresh grass to eat.
Just grass envy, that's for sure. Yeah.
So in terms of the hay, that's the bulk of the diet, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, I need to find
80%. Yeah.
I need to find a way to contain the hay.
Just in a sealed drum. We have massive drums that are, nearly up to my shoulders. But I put, a bale of hay into one of those with a sealed lid. And we just take it out.
Complain about how much it just sort of flies around,
Yeah, no, you need a sealable. You can get them from the produce places.
Oh, sealed drum.
Yeah,
Okay.
so go to all the produce places. Where do you live?
We live up on the Central Coast.
Oh, go to Mangrove Mountain
Oh, yeah.
Produce.
Yeah.
They're awesome. They've got all of that there.
Well, that's the other thing, because I'm like, I'd love to buy a bale of it, but I'm like, I don't have any place large enough to keep it. But
No, you get the big drum off them and then buy the bale and you can keep it. And 6 months it'll last. So, yeah. I mean, we last a week. We go through several bales a week. So.
Do you order it from them or
Oh, we go get it, yeah. Good girl. Okay.
And
Lucent?
Lucent. The oat hay, that's what we use.
Yeah. Oaten's very good.
Yeah.
Yep.
But we don't have to change as I get older or anything like that, because I know there was some.
They can stay on Lucent to about 6 months. It's just it's got a higher calcium level, which people are concerned about, but it has a lot of fat soluble content, which is good for young and even elderly people, like even pregnant mums that are recovering, recouping. So there are advantages and times when we use it. But yeah, fresh grass is just, fantastic for them.
Oh, I know when the weather is nice, I love putting them outside.
We got a dog cage.
Yeah,
We got a dog cage for them.
Okay.
It's like a it's those.
Oh
like
yeah.
These things.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's a lot bigger.
Yeah, we just have to put a blanket on top.
Put a blanket out around. It's too big. It's like putting them in a football field, and that's what's happening. So.
Well, we've had to put a blanket over it, but the first time I put it, I'm like, oh, they're loving the sun. I'm like, then you see this neck. I'm like, yeah, let's put a blanket over it.
Yeah, that's what's going on. The other thing is, do you nurse this guinea pig more than the other one?
I don't know.
Truthfully.
I do like Chili a little bit better. Peppa seems to not like me as much. Like,
No, but which one do you nurse more?
Nurse
Oh.
more. Which one do you hold more?
Hmm.
I don't know if you really hold
Oh,
more.
probably. I've been holding Peppa a lot lately.
Good. No, this guinea pig is much calmer,
Mm.
and people often make the mistake of thinking the other one doesn't want to be held, or I'll hold this one because it's easier to pick up.
Yeah.
The other one
Yeah.
puts on more of a show.
Yeah.
That is a learnt behavior.
Ah.
So she
Yeah, 'cause
learns
she'll
that if
run
she
away
runs
from
around,
you more.
if she runs around more, you're going to pick her up. She knows that. They're quite clever. So she knows that. So she's really going to turn on a show just so you pick her up. So what you need to say is, no, I'm going to pick you up. And then the behavior stops, because learnt behaviors in animals is something that they do, and piggies do that. But this girl's way more chilled than the other one until I worked with her to get her from where she was to where she was when she left. Whereas this one, from the minute she's much.
Chili's a lot easier to.
Yeah, this girl is, she's used to being the one that gets picked up, so she's not putting the show on. That one is. So that's what's going on.
Okay.
So maybe have a think about how you're picking her up, because that might be why she's putting on that show.
Okay.
Do you chase her around? Because you should never chase a guinea pig.
Yeah.
So you think about herding them into a corner, picking it up gently,
Okay.
maybe into a tunnel, pick both sides of the tunnel up into your cuddle sack. Yeah, things like that.
When I first got them, I had these little tiny feet. They were go through them, but now they're too fat.
Get a bigger tunnel. Get a bigger tunnel. Yeah, and maybe try that, because it's something that's triggering her to do that.
Okay.
So that's a learnt behavior. Yeah. Okay.
Chili's very chill. That's kind of
Chili is like.
Chili, you're gorgeous. Chili's gorgeous.
They each got like
Jeez.
Oh, good. I'm glad they're healthy.
They're healthy and lovely. Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's the first time on your guinea pigs. I just wanted to make sure that.
Now, have you got the ivermectin? Have you been putting that on?
Have a little bit.
Good. Have you done that again?
Yes, we have.
Good.
I think it's 1 month after we first got them, and then I think 2 months.
A week after.
A
Would have been a
week
week
after,
after.
then 2
Yeah.
months.
Good. So you've done it 2 months. Yeah. Leave it to every 2 months, and then just redo. Yeah. That's it. And that just means that no mites or anything will take hold. So that's good.
Just hoping the sun keeps staying out so we could put them out in the grass.
I
Our backyard is flooded. Our back is disgusting.
Oh, well,
Our front
yeah,
yard's
it's foggy
better.
on that section there, which has changed the adoption day today. So that's okay. We'll work with that. All back. They're gorgeous. Well done.
Thank you. Any for this check? Do we owe you anything?
No.
You sure?
That's great.
The next time we come up, we'll go drive to Mangrove Mountain.
Yeah, head to Mangrove Mountain, because you'll get the big containers there.
Okay,
Be able to do that.
big what?
Seal
get a
drums to
big
keep
seal
the hay
drum.
from going everywhere.
Yeah.
Daddy having to flip out.
The seal drums
Does
are
that keep all
amazing.
the ants out of it as well? wouldn't it?
Everything
Oh,
keeps everything
beautiful.
out.
Okay.
Yeah, dry everything. They're really good. They've
One
got
time we had
different
like
types. So
Yeah, there's little ants.
yeah,
and stuff.
no, just find the one that suits you.
Beautiful.
Pleasure to
Thank
see
you
you.
so much.
Cheers. Bye. Bye. Okay, I think we've got some babies that need to be checked. Let's get them. Hi. Way. Hello again. Hello again. Oh, hi everyone. Sorry. Oh, thanks Marsha for putting that up. That's the link on how to do it really easily, as I've just shown. Really, really important. It's so reflective there. We've got some other piggies on their way. Hi, bring them down. If you put them down on the ground there, we'll
this
have
one
a
is
look.
Karen. We need to know if this one is
If Karen
daddy
is
or
daddy
if
or
it's
mummy.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. So let's take a look. Hang on. This is YouTube. We're just watching everything.
Oh, no, great. Love it.
Okay. So come and tell me about what happened first. You got 2 guinea pigs.
Yes. Chris says they came from Wuhan.
No.
Honestly, the place that we got them from, we got home and I'm like, I feel like we've rescued them because it was just so dodgy.
Oh.
But we were told that they're both girls.
Okay.
And we only had them since the 5th of February.
Yep.
And Rainbow's had 4 babies.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's dad. We don't know if she was pregnant before we brought them
Right.
home.
There's confusion as to this little one. So
Yes.
had 2 guinea pigs. One was pregnant and quickly had babies after
Very quickly
speaking
had
to
babies.
Christopher. Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, that's the delivery has already arrived. But the question is this one male or female? My guess, without even looking, is male.
Okay.
Simply because of the head bobbing that was going on a second ago.
Okay.
But we'll take a look, and we do that easily. We'll
Straight
take a look.
away.
And we're not. We're female, so there you go.
Oh, it is a
She's
female.
a girl. She's a girl.
Okay.
She's a girl. So there we go.
All right.
Yep, she's a girl. No, nothing to worry about.
And her name is Karen.
Karen. So her name is Karen, and indeed you did get a girl guinea pig. So that's really good. It's interesting that head bobbing motion that you saw there is the first thing that they do to smell other guinea pigs, and she's picking up the scent of other guinea pigs. Boys do that much more strongly than girls, but they typically then start to make this little sound, which she didn't. So
She does make her rumble sound and wriggles her bum.
yeah,
which
some
I
girls
thought-
can do that, but
okay.
she's definitely a girl, no
Alright.
problem. She can stay with her other friend.
Okay.
Yeah, so no issues with that. She's really pretty. She's
Very
called an
pretty.
Abyssinian, which is the spiky hair that's all over her.
Can you say
Abyssinian?
Abyssinian.
That's what she's called, an Abyssinian. We call them an Abby for short. So you can call her an Abby as well. All right, so
Thank
I'll pop
you.
her back down.
But don't get any one of these on her.
So
yes, she
can stay with mum.
Excellent.
Let's
Thank
have a look
you.
at mum. She's coming in.
Yeah.
When did you give birth? Just a day or 2 ago?
Yesterday.
And
Yesterday.
the babies.
I know, you've got a surprise. Look at all these babies. Oh my word. Yeah, well, she's definitely mum. Super cute. Yeah. Super cute. Okay. Right. Now,
It's a little bit faster.
these little babies, we'll bring them up one at a time, but this is a little white one. Very, very fast and super cute. Now, we actually recommend with babies that you don't sex them until about 2 weeks of age.
Okay.
And the reason is that they're just bonding with mum. It's all very new. We can easily take a look, but given that there's a day gone by, we can have a quick look, which will give us an idea. But you really need to check around 2 weeks. At 3 weeks of age is when we look to separate boys. Sometimes 4 weeks or 5 if they're not developed. So what I'd like you to do is to weigh the babies to make sure that they're gaining weight, because they have to feed off mum at least for the next 3 weeks. And you can also put supplementary food in there if she hasn't got enough milk and so forth, because she's only got 2 teats. So sometimes the weaker ones just can't get enough. Oh, she's okay. She's okay. See, I have big hands. She's safe. I'm not squashing her. I'm doing like this. Can you do like this? But not move. Not like this. Just like that. Like a statue. So I'm like a statue. See her head move? See, she moved her. She lifted her head up. So I'm like a statue with her. So not squashing. We never ever grab them. But she has to feel safe. Otherwise she will want to run off. Oh yeah, don't touch those. They're sharp things. Yeah, not good. So, looking like a little girl down there.
Little girl.
Looking like that. I would confirm 2 weeks. Actually, that's what
I was
it
going
is.
to say the other
So
one.
it's
Yeah,
like
the other one
piggy.
right now, I was getting
Because they look
mixed up.
Yeah,
exactly
they look the same.
Another girl. Oh, another girl.
Yeah, so they look the same, look similar. Super cute. Only a day old. Yeah, you'll need to weigh them to make sure that she is in fact feeding them enough. You'll also see her huddling over them a lot and feeding all of them. When you start to see 1 or 2 off and they're trying to eat on their own, they're not getting enough milk.
Okay.
So that's how you know they're not being fed right. And then we supplement feed them. You're very, very tiny. Girl. Check that.
rainbow again. She can smell it.
I need my super duper magnification glasses on, which they're not at the moment. But really, there's no point in stressing them to find out now. But this is number 3. Super cute. This is a little Abyssinian guinea pig. And this is what we call Agouti colouring, which means that, when you look at the coat, it's chocolate in there, and the gold is at the tip of the hair. We'd pay a fortune if we had someone do it to our own hair. But it's a tip that appears, and that's what they call Agouti. But the colouring is gold, so it's called a gold Agouti.
A golden goosey.
Gold Agouti. It's quite a mouthful. A little gold Agouti. And this is a boy. No question. That's a boy.
You named that one Jelly Bean.
Jelly Bean. Jelly Bean is a boy. And this is the last little one. Also an Abyssinian, which is the spiky coat. Cute. Very cute. Rainbow?
No, Rainbow's the mum.
Oh, Rainbow's the mum. Okay. But we know she's the mum. So we don't. Come here, sweetie. He's a boy. Definitely a boy. So 2 boys. Rainbow. And this is mum. Okay, so this is mum. And mum is what we call a Himalayan because she's got dark ears. She's not white all over. A lot of people say they're albinos. They're not. It's a particular colouring called a Himalayan. They have
crested bit on her head.
That's a crest. Yeah, the crest is the shape of the coat. So the Himalayan bit is the colour type, but the crest is actually this pattern here. So she's a crested smooth coat.
Okay.
So and she's had little Abyssinian babies. So
Well, Karen's an Abyssinian, so
yeah, but Karen isn't a boy. Karen is not responsible. What's going on here? Something's stuck.
she does need a bath, I suppose, but I didn't want to bath her.
No, I wouldn't worry at the moment. She actually does have a lump in there, which is here.
Mm-hmm.
It's right there, and it's nothing to do with the milk supply area, which is sort of more here. It's a very defined, round little lump, and it's under this patch where something has happened. But it's if you feel like, see how I'm moving my thumb across that area? If you do the same, you'll feel it. Just backwards and forwards over there.
Oh yeah.
Feel it? It's like a marble.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she
we
does.
only found 2 placentas, I think.
Oh, she'll have eaten them.
Okay.
Yeah, she eats them.
All right.
Mums will eat them. Oh, careful of those, won't fall on you. Yeah, so we'd want to see that settle down after she's actually, after she has finished weaning.
Okay.
There we go. So there's just something stuck in the coat from earlier. But yeah, it's interesting. There is a real marble right there. So it's not to do with the mammary gland area. So now to see if a guinea pig is feeding enough, you need to watch for signs that firstly the babies are gaining weight. So you need to weigh them, keep a weight chart. You can put like a little ice cream container that they can't get out of, put that onto some scales and zero it out and then weigh them. That's how you do it. So you can do that.
That's how I weighed these 2 when we got them home.
Sorry, can I get you to step back just a bit? Thanks. But yeah, if you weigh them like that in the ice cream container, then keep a record of their weight so you know it's going up and not down. Because people often don't notice. They think they're feeding, but they're not sure. But the weight is the one way to know wholeheartedly they're growing, because they really have a ferocious appetite. Exactly, yeah. Now, the mums themselves, if I was to keep her separate from the babies for just half an hour, what would happen is that when you'd look under here, she'd have some really big white filled areas with milk because she's feeding babies. So that's what happens. It's very, very evident that's there. And I can see the creation of that here. You can just make it out on this area.
Yeah, I
See
don't
it
think
just
they were
under
happy
there.
with the car trip over here. So
Probably not. But to see if a mum is feeding, you actually just express from the base all the way through. There's nothing there. And that, there we go.
There we
See, it's the milk. So from the base and then through, just ever so slight massage up. There it is. There.
excellent.
So she's feeding.
Yep.
The question is, is she able to maintain that? And they do that by giving her lots of food, lots of,
She's eating a lot.
she will eat heaps because she's feeding them. So that just stands to reason. So weigh her as well, and then you monitor how they go. And then when it gets to about 3 weeks, if you come back, we can see how they're going. And, by then you'll have decided what you want to do, which is one of the hard things when you get 2 guinea pigs as a pet. You want the same sex, which you've got. They are same sex, so they can stay together. And put them all back in together, which is great.
Okay.
But yeah, then what do you do? Because you only wanted 2, now you've got 6. So yeah, so we can help you with that. All right. Okay.
All right, great.
What's the best thing to feed her?
Variety of food, lots of fresh grass.
Plenty of that.
Lots of fresh.
Thank you, Rain.
Yeah, there's so much about this, isn't there? So lots of fresh grasses, lots of mixed veg, access to hay the whole time. You can provide her with lucerne hay, which has a higher fat content than other oaten hays and things.
We
Just
have
temporarily.
horses, so hay's not really an issue.
Fantastic.
Did you heard
Yeah.
that lucerne wasn't good for them?
Lucerne is higher in calcium, and people have. There's more we have to do on talking about it because they're worried about bladder stones. They see high calcium as being the cause of bladder stones, but it's actually not. It's more related to salicylates or other things. They still are not at the bottom as to why it happens. And we get so many siblings in that have had the same diet their whole life. One will have bladder stones and one won't. So there's obviously a predisposition to that anyway. A high calcium diet, if the body isn't excreting it, which their body naturally does excrete it, it can stay in the system, and that's why people are frightened of it. So lucerne hay, typically up to about 6 months, and lactating mums like they are can have some lucerne, perfectly fine. And then move into some oaten. There's so many good hays. And look, if you didn't have an oaten one day but you had lucerne, use lucerne.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's a hay and it's not long term. It's variety. So yeah.
Fair enough. So variety's good. But we're
Variety's
using
good.
Teff at the moment, so Teff's all right.
Oh, teff I actually find causes more allergies
Yeah, right,
than
okay.
anything with guinea pigs. And certainly when we had the laboratory guinea pigs come out, because we have them be released from there, that if we use teff, they do get respiratory infections.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that it's really highly likely that respiratory infections can come from it. So stick to your oatens, your wheat, your grassy, your
That's
yeah,
easy. I can swap that.
yeah, and try with those. Yeah.
It's easy for me to swap that.
Okay.
It's a big pile of lucerne down in Perth.
All right, fantastic. Do you live on a farm?
Well, yeah,
Is
we've
it-
got horses. So
Oh,
we've got
okay.
16 horses.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah,
Okay,
So we'll just swap the
excellent.
Teff out for some lucerne.
Yeah, and swap the teff out. Horses love teff. It's really great for protein, I think, as
Yeah.
well. It's really good. But I've found that with the other piggies, they either love it or they don't. They sit on it or they eat it. It's one or the other. But I have found with the lab piggies that they are really prone. It's so cool.
Yeah.
They're really prone to respiratory infections with teff.
Yeah.
And we've tested that a couple of times. But they've also come from a very insulated, protective environment. So, yeah. So
They
other
seem to have
piggies
no
don't.
issues with the Teff since
Yeah.
we've got them, but yeah.
Yeah. It
But
is
those
just the lab
trials.
piggies we find it. So we will never do that with the lab piggies when they come out.
Cool.
Yeah, it's an interesting correlation. So you indeed have a girl.
Yes.
That's
Good.
awesome. That's awesome.
We didn't want to get rid of cows.
Yeah.
It's a bit disappointing. We wanted to keep one of them, and Jelly Bean's a boy, and I wanted to keep Jelly Bean.
Oh, she's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's fine. So yeah, just keep in touch, and then in a few weeks,
3 weeks.
3 weeks,
Yep.
yeah, come back and we can, sex them. You can even leave it till 3.5 is fine,
Yep.
and just pop back then. Make a note of their birth date, and then we'll go from there. Yeah,
Excellent.
you've called me before then, sort of what you're thinking.
Yeah.
And yeah, can go from there. That's
Definitely.
easy.
Be gentle.
Easy peasy.
Thank you so much.
It's a
Thank you
pleasure.
very
We'll
much.
see you again soon. Cheers.
You're
Yes,
going
Karen?
to take that one very carefully.
Very careful.
Oh, we
Great
can
job.
put her in.
Oh, yeah,
she
she
can
can
go
go in there.
Although with them in there, if she hasn't been in there first and you're going in the car, get them home and then put
Okay.
them in,
Yeah.
but they can just stay. Because she's also got to move around the others and
We-
make sure there's hideys in there for all of them, so places they can hide under.
Yeah.
Because the mum might just want to hide in a corner or so there's places to go.
We've got a few igloos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's absolutely fine.
All
All
what-
good. All
yeah.
good.
Get some pockets off or something like that.
Sorry?
Some of the pockets.
Oh, the
Yeah.
cuddle sacks.
Yeah, the cuddle section.
Oh, right, they're over in here. Sure. We've got some new ones in, actually. No, not at all. That's the next. Yep, yep. We've got them in here, 3 layers. The cuddle sacks.
Yeah, so we've got
Hold
fleece
in
stuff.
there?
We made like
That's it.
fleecy
Yeah,
bits and
these.
pieces and
That's
lots
these.
of the but we thought we'd support the two but
Oh, thank you.
bring some stuff
Yeah,
underneath
that's
that
right.
area as
No,
well.
no, no, so they're really awesome. And they're reversible. So you can pick some range this side or this side. So the whole mixture of different ones. Yeah, you can choose them. One of them.
How much are they?
They're just 28.
28?
Yeah, 28.
28.
Yeah. A lovely lady who's making those. And you can transfer them to the house.
Yeah. Oh, it doesn't really count.
Oh, transfer. Absolutely fine.
Can I help Mummy choose? Hey, buddy, quick one.
I bet you're a big she's a girl.
Can I help Mummy choose a couple of these?
She's a lovely. She's very nice to cuddle and she chats.
Yeah. Yeah, it's much easier to hold them in those.
Yeah.
And just get them out, cuddle them in those. You can use them as a mat as well, but they're multi-purpose, which is really good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So that is
Oh,
great.
the rainbow one stuff.
Rainbow for rainbow.
Yeah.
Is there one that screams Karen? What's it have?
I think there's pink spots and then there's orange stripes or square
What do you think, Jack?
in there.
Do we want just one or do we should probably get two? We should get all rainbow. Alright. Two
Super.
rainbow ones.
I think there's a red. Yeah, there's a red top rainbow and a
Yeah.
purple. Yeah,
Okay.
that's perfect. Oh, wonderful. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So
Well,
when it comes
thank you very
time
much.
to
So I think
Yeah,
the
so-
details are
no idea.
on. There's a sheet down there where they're on.
do PayPal, that's easy.
Full of paper.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, we've got paper.
Maybe you just type in the email address.
Yeah,
It's
just
much
Cavi
easier.
Central at gmail.com. That's us.
So when it does come time to separate them,
Yes. Come
well,
back and we'll
because they're-
confirm sexes,
Yeah.
definitely, because I haven't got my big magnification glasses on. And they definitely help. But we'll confirm that in 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks, and then have a think about what you want to do. If you want to stay with just the two, or
Most
have the others come in.
definitely
Yeah,
Stay with two,
Yeah.
potentially keep one baby.
yeah,
If
Okay.
that's a good idea. we can
yeah.
have a
Well,
look
you
at
know the two little brown ones are definitely boys. So yeah, there's only one of the others that could be a boy or a girl. Is one of the little white ones, the first one.
when we get home.
Yeah.
Sure.
You can pat the other ones up there carefully.
You
Good
get
pet.
everyone in the car.
You can pat them carefully up there.
Well, Karen, she says the hay.
I know.
She's such a piggy.
She's gorgeous. Take some grass by all means. There's so much grass about.
Oh, yeah, we've got it.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good to see the sun though. Oh my word. After
Not
what
gonna
we've
last
had.
long, I don't think.
Yeah, it's been terrible in Sydney. Absolutely. Not great. But yeah, it's looking much better. So that's a good thing. Thanking you.
Oh no,
Let's
thank
get
you.
this other little one. Over.
I'm so glad. Rainbow is Jack's favourite. They're Jack's guinea pigs.
Yeah.
But Rainbow is his favourite. So Rainbow we've always had to definitely keep.
Yeah.
But Karen, if Karen was a boy, I'd be happy to say, okay, Karen has to go live somewhere else.
Yeah, yeah. Or have desexed, or yeah.
Yeah.
But there's risks in that, so
Well, and it's just
Yeah.
so expensive too.
Mm. It changes dramatically from one vet to another. It really does. Yeah, it chops and changes. So it is not good. Not a good thing. It is cavicentral at gmail.com. That's it. Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
And How much were they each? Sorry.
28 each.
28
Yeah.
each.
What's that? 56.
6.
Thank you very much. They will be very useful, especially if you've got friends coming over as well, to hold them, because they're just
I think it would be good for Jack to go to hold because he loves holding them
Definitely.
while he watches the TV and then he forgets about them
yeah.
and watches. So
Yeah. No, that's a really good way to do. And always have a treat for them when you do that, like a piece of grass, apple, carrot, something special that they can have while they're doing that, which will work well. And that is great.
So there's 2. Right. Excellent.
It's still Peppa. Get off the phone.
You've got letters in there.
It's not a mountain.
There you go.
It's a pleasure. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
very much. We'll see you in 3 weeks.
Yeah, definitely. Just message me before. We'll just go and get. I'll go and get lengths.
Thank you.
Okay. It's a pleasure.
Hi. Hello, come on over.
Okay. All right. Hello in the chat. Hi, Carolee. Hello, Marsha. Hi, everyone. Hi. Just give me 1 second. If you just hold that for a moment. Just going to quick look in the chat here. Okay, we're running a Fits and Vision. Hello. Hi, everybody in the chat. Hello, hello, hello. Hi. Yeah, coming back to the floods. Yep. We have had a terrible time here in New South Wales. We've had so much rain. We have had massive flooding that exceeded the floods of last year, which it's just phenomenal how much water was coming up. So we had people lose a lot of homes, infrastructure, families. I mean, they're considering even relocating the whole town of Lismore, which was just so devastated. Here in Sydney, where we are, lots and lots of damage in different areas around, but we've had here in the shelter, only on the second last day, we had a load of water go in, which was about a foot of water, mainly because the level of the work next door had changed, and so the runoff became absolutely incredible. We had something like 100 mils in a short period of time, and it just poured off. So we're going to raise a wall, which should, cover any situations like that in the future. That's pretty much a one-off, but I mean, last year the floods, they said that's 1 in 100 years, and here we are 2 in 100 years. So global warming, it's terrible, terrible, terrible. Yeah, and this weekend normally we have a large number of volunteers here, but this particular one, hello to all our volunteers. We had a lot of issues with sickness and other things cropping up on this day. So, and we also didn't actually know if we were running today until the very last minute, because we've had nothing but 2 weeks of rain. So it's we've sort of crammed a whole lot in today, which is great because they say rain back tomorrow. So Carolee says usually the road comes into a town from the south and northwest, gets cut off. Okay, it's horrible. So much in the way of flooding. I'm glad you're safe, Carolee. Definitely. Hi. Just give me 1 sec. No, you're all right. Just answering some questions on here. I know. It's a little bit tricky though, like with the last case when they adopted 2 girls and one was pregnant. So not from here, not from here, but I was contacted because last week they were worried one was getting really big, and then of course it happened, and I said just come on up and we'll see what's going on for you. So it's good the 2 girls are getting to stay together, which is great. Okay, let's dive into this. So here we go. All right, let's jump into this. Hi, Clover. Oh, you did. Mabel. Mabel is so adorable. She's just adorable. I'm glad you're home safe. Well done. The piggies are gorgeous. Oh, so Mabel's being bossy now, is she? Okay. Maybe take a photo, Clover, and send through the layout of the environment that they're in. We spoke about that because she's obviously being cage protective, and given her head tilt, she's, often piggies like that can get really bossy because it's a survival instinct. So take a photo and send that through to me, and we will work that out. Oh, does it? My camera needs cleaning. Let's see. Get a tissue. Hold on. Okay, everybody, look the other way. I'm going to try and just wipe over there. Okay, is that better? Let me know. Rebecca, let me know if that's better. Okay, we're going to move into another little check. Okay. Right. So who have you got here?
We have Cookie.
Oh, Cookie had bloat.
Yes.
Cookie in there?
Yes.
She's hiding. Oh, Cookie. Cookie
Also
looks a bit
her-
flat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her weight's been dropping. I think like a few
Wow.
days ago it was at 630 and just like went back up to like 670, 650, but she's still kind of like
Yeah. How old is Cookie?
she's 7.
Okay, she's looking very frail. She is. She's only 6 something now in
Yeah.
weight. Yeah, she's all bone. Are you syringe feeding her?
Yeah.
Is she taking that?
Yeah. Or sometimes like if she doesn't, we have to like kind of like hold her and just like try to feed her.
Yeah, but you are syringe feeding all the time. How much are you giving her?
Like maybe 1 tablespoon.
Okay, all right. Okay, let's just check your teeth out, Missy. And she's got something going on there. Let me see. Yeah, she's very frail.
Also, her bottom tooth, one of them was
Yeah,
like
something's going on there.
broken.
Yeah, I can feel her top teeth are not quite right just from bumping my hands. So let's have a look. Let's take a peek. A little better. Okay. It's all right. Has she got a buddy?
Her buddy's at home.
Oh, okay, but she does have a buddy.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's put these on. Just make sure she doesn't take off there when I put these on. So I can see properly. They've got 20 teeth. Let's take a peek in here, little miss. Around that way. A load of food in there at the moment. Yes, we do. That's better. Good girl. Okay. Okay, looking all right back there. She's got longer teeth at the front. It's an overhang. Is she able to eat on her own? If you get some grass, you're able to pick some grass and just bring it over. Yeah, let's see what she does. Yeah, I think I've worked this out. I know how to turn it off now. It's taken ages to learn that. Here we go. Have a look at this. Do you like this? Show me what you're doing, Missy. Okay, so what has she had done at the vets? Anything?
We haven't taken her to the vets.
Oh, okay. All right. She is looking frail. So she's able to eat. This is not a dental issue.
So my son's been giving her
The
Critical care.
no, yeah, critical care and also for colic
Yes. Okay. Good.
for about a week now,
Yeah.
and he's monitoring the weight, so it
Yeah.
went
She's
down.
very bony. Super bony. Mm. There's no bloat there now, which is really good. So you don't need to do that. She's very arthritic. What's going on here?
Yeah, she does have arthritis.
Yeah.
Back pains.
Yeah, she's super arthritic. Little girl. What's her poop look like now?
It's quite small. Like it's
Small?
yeah.
Okay. Hmm. This is for those that haven't seen arthritis before, this is arthritis. Very rickety. Yeah. So you might be more just on palliative care with her, continuing. You're weighing her, so she's down to the 600s now. If,
620,
yeah,
640.
we find that with guinea pigs that get cancer, for example, and there's no obvious lump or anything on her, but that's not to say there may not be one internally or something that's changing. Because she's happy to eat, she's able to do all of that. We find that with ones that do have cancer, and it is rare, but maintaining weight is huge. They just struggle. They really struggle. And we've even had guinea pigs. One that comes to mind is Cordy, who was having 100 mil a day. He was still losing weight. So he had, you know, relatively good output, but it was just not gaining in any way. And it didn't matter what sort of combinations of food we gave. He was not improving with that. So, what sort of food does she have access to all the time?
Like just leafy like greens like salad mix or
Okay.
Capsicum.
Yeah.
capsicums.
And the
yeah.
urine looks okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
So
like
she hardly
really
eats any. She hardly eats any Timothy hay.
Okay.
Yeah, she hardly eats that. So I think she's more dependent on the critical care.
Okay. Does she sit on the hay?
Yeah, and not sit, but she covers her head on the hay,
Okay.
like you know.
Yeah.
the
Okay.
blanket.
Um, a couple of things. When you're palliative care feeding animals, one of the tricks you can do is ponytail the food. So with hay, Timothy hay, put it in an elastic band and hold it like that, clip it to the edge of the cage.
Yeah.
Because when we put it in, it looks fresh and great, and normally guinea pigs can go right up and eat it. But if, like her front teeth, she has got an overbite to the front, she may just be finding it a bit difficult. She can eat it fine, but actually getting it into her mouth might be more work than what she's trying. So try just putting a clump of it on the side and see if she eats more of it that way, because she may find it more accessible and easy to do.
So I put it to the side.
Yeah, literally clip it to the side of the cage in a big ponytail,
Yeah.
so it's like hanging into the cage like that.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do it with grasses as well. She wants some more. Trying to get her some more grass over there. She loves it. She wants more.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Give her some grass.
Yeah, so she's hungry, which is great. She's got a good appetite. It just makes me think maybe she's not got access to as much food as she
Right.
should have.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes we misunderstand how much to give her. Like she's been eating constantly. She wants that grass and heaps of it. So definitely give her lots of that. Make it available to her.
Yep.
but clip it up from the side because as soon as she sits on it and she's urinated on it, she's thinking, ah, can't eat it. They won't eat food that they've done something on. So because of her arthritis, she may have done that, and she knows, but we don't know. So that's why she's choosing. And we look at it and we think, oh, you've got plenty of food, but she's not touching because she's weed and urinated on it. They are coprophagic animals, but the bit that they eat is the poop of other animals or of themselves, which is nutrients still going through unabsorbed. You could also give her poop soup, which is, it sounds a bit gross, but with the other healthy guinea pig, take a couple of those little poops. When you mix up the critical care, put that in, squash it in there, absolutely, because it's carrying good bacteria that they would normally ingest if they were doing that, and it just ups things
Like how many
in that way.
pellets? Poop pellets.
Should she do, or just two of the other, just two?
Yeah.
Add two in would be fine. So just looking in here, let's see. She's got some Timothy hay. Let's see what happens with this. Show me. Go on. Show me the Timothy hay. I don't want to eat it.
That's so
Come on. This one. Yeah. Good girl. Yeah, she's really not keen on it, is she?
You think maybe we could change it to a different one?
Yeah, I would do. She bites a piece and then she stops. See how she bit that?
Yeah.
And she didn't get through it. Whereas the grass she can. Can you just go and grab for me a long hand, like grab some long grass up there? There's some right on up there in front of the tree. Just pull it out, a handful of long grass. And then let's see. So if I'm slightly holding it up, she's eating more of it. So what I'm thinking is I want you to ponytail it like this. See, she's having a go at it. She's going, oh, I can eat it. She's doing it. She doesn't like it, but she's doing it. And then if we do this one, how's this one? She's like, oh yeah, it's easier. So when they've lost so much weight, they're looking for maximum calorie in a short space of time. It's easier to eat this than it is to eat the hay, but it's the same thing because the hay is the dried grass. So ponytail, you can ponytail, see how this is? Oh, you can ponytail it up like that, literally like that, in the cage so she can walk up to it. She can't sit and urinate on it. And see, you'll come back and it's literally eaten to there. And you'll go, aha, then make 5 or more of these and put them in so that she can go, and then weigh her regularly. You don't need to worry about bloat from here on in, but she just wants to sit because of this arthritic pain down here.
I've noticed her leg also kind of spreads out sometimes.
She's got very flat little hands, hasn't she? Yeah, they're like pancaked hands. She has. Yeah, and she's putting all her weight on them. Like little paddles, flipper paddles up there. They are. You often see that in little old piggies. Sure. Little old lady, but see, it's like pancaked. It's this thin little hand. This one as well. Really pancaked, but that's okay. That's perfectly okay. So I would, in the critical care, add some of the poop from the other guinea pig in, ponytail her food like that from the side, weigh her regularly, and then see what works best for her. Like, she's really comfy in this arrangement. You've got her really comfy in there. So you're doing everything with her. She's just 7 and frail, and she is, She has,
old lady, so.
yeah, she's a little old lady. Some piggies age more than others. They do, and so it's sort of palliative care when she's like that. But she is really down on her weight, and I think the more food you give her that she can consume, she'll get a bit more energy as well too. But she's never going to become a young piggy again. But we just need to make sure we can boost her weight a bit. Yeah, and go from there. She feels good in her tummy, just not enough food in there. But very hippie little girl. Okay? Yeah.
Thanks for that.
That's okay.
Also,
Yeah.
with one of the pigs that's over there, could we possibly reserve one to like bond?
Oh, with her?
Yeah, but we also have another guinea pig at home, so if
Okay.
it's possible to do it next week.
Yeah, we can do that. You can show which ones.
Is it uni?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And then come along. I think it'll be next Sunday
Next
at
one.
this stage. Yeah, we had to wait for today. The only reason it's today is because of the weather. They said today would be sunny and we're back to
Yes.
rain tomorrow.
Yeah,
It's like, oh,
exactly.
and we had to wait till halfway through the week to really know if it was going to happen.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but Sunday next week would be fine. So just message me what time, and I can book you in now, which would be good.
What time
So-
do you want to go?
Yeah, just message me through email though. The
Oh,
email, yeah, just email me back and say, yeah, can we make Sunday whatever time it is? I'll come and show me which one
Yeah.
now,
Oh, yeah.
and then so have you got her? You take her with you.
Yeah.
That's
I
it.
got that.
That's it. And
That's
show
one
me
got
which
some-
one.
someone got.
Sorry, I moved it. Come on down. How are you? Good. We've had a busy day.
Oh, I can imagine. So this is Nikita. She's been emailing you.
Nikita. Oh, that's
Quite a
right. We're
lot.
talking about tomorrow or today or today.
Yeah,
or tomorrow.
sorry about that. She's
Oh no, that's
at the
okay.
mercy of me and her dad to drive
No,
her. So
no, my son is like that as well.
So yeah, we had clove and we
Okay.
had pumpkin from you
Yes.
last year, and
Yeah.
sadly, we don't know what happened to pumpkin, but yeah, it was just very sudden. And,
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're looking for a friend for
we're
her,
looking
aren't
for
you?
a friend for Clove.
Okay, so we'll
yeah.
go back up over there,
Yeah.
and we can sit and nurse this. They're all out over there at the moment, so
Okay.
we can do that.
Perfect.
Let me just have a quick word on here,
Okay.
and then I'll join you up
Okay.
there.
Perfect.
Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, hi everyone. I thought it was funny. I don't know. People should actually check that they are still connected to the channel because I've look at my hair. Ah, don't worry about that. Um, they should still check that they're connected to the channel, because YouTube on other channels has been doing things with I don't know, resetting some of the things they do, and people have been finding they're no longer joined to the channel. So definitely check that. Hi, guinea pig Sue. Oh, excellent. Thanks, Clover. I will check that after. Um, so yeah, so just check that you are actually subscribed. Excuse me for yawning. Now, a huge thank you today as well for Paul, who was here helping, which was amazing because, as I mentioned, we were down our volunteers, and hello to all our volleys, because through lots and lots of things, we've just had Paul and myself today, and I need to go back up over to the other area, so I'll probably go live from the shelter again later on tonight, just so that you're not sitting here with anything happening. But I hope everyone's keeping safe and well. Back to the flood update, we had the massive amount of water come in, which was on the bottom layer, about maybe half a foot deep. And we have a pool pump from the pool out the back. So we actually brought that up and then we pumped it out. So we had, the ground wet and everything disturbed. But within 24 hours, we were on top of it, which was good. So yeah, that's the floor guinea pig Sue. The runoff was actually caused predominantly by massive down. We'd had 2 weeks of non-stop rain, so the ground, honestly, I've destroyed my shoes, and I have been living in wellies for about a week because it's just crazy to be in anything else. So even into the shops, I was wearing my wellies. But it's quite funny because people were then saying, "Where do you get them from?" Because everyone's got shoes that are destroyed. But just walking on any ground at the moment, it's squelch, 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 making a noise. So we've had a lovely sunny day today, and everyone's just so happy to see the sky again. It's wonderful. Oh, excuse me, I keep yawning. It's been a big day. This live has just taken place in the last hour, just over an hour, but we've been running for 5 hours before this. So, and I couldn't do that because I was moving around so much. So I thought I'd have you here with me. Flooding. Okay, flooding. So all dried out, rectified, which is great. But we do have to build and change a wall, which is near the front, because when the downpour came, it just literally overloaded everything, and that's what caused it. So in the middle of the night, I think it was about 11 o'clock, maybe 1 a.m. when it happened, I was out with my wet weather jacket, carting massive bricks that are like this big to block off the waterfall that was actually coming through. So we protected a little bit, but not completely, because we still got wet there. Yeah, so we're going to adapt that wall. The floods that we've just had, we were told last year, and it was horrific last year, honestly, just terrible. This time, March 2020, I think it was fires. There was fires. But anyway, last year, March 2021, we had the largest storms and floods ever. And they said it was a 1 in 100 year event. Absolutely enormous. And so much land and infrastructure damaged. Now, everyone thought, okay, 1 in 100 years, but here it is. It actually fell within the year. So we actually had two of them within 1 year. It happened again, and this one was bigger. I know, it's definitely global warming. It's like we've been talking about this for so long, and it's just so, so sad. But the devastation is enormous. And while we have this beautiful sunny day, the ground is all squelchy, and the grass growth, honestly, monster plants are growing at the moment from all of the water. But at the same time, there are so many people whose lives have been ruined, destruction with their houses. Properties in flood zones could not be insured. And so people who recovered and were in fact still recovering at the time of these floods, it's happened again. So it's heartbreaking, really heartbreaking. So yeah, it's been a really terrible time. Not just Sydney, but right up and down the coast. Central Coast at the moment is still quite flooded. The rivers have really receded enormously, which flooding does recede quite quickly, but the devastation left behind is terrible. SES, Army, lots of different organizations involved in helping. And now there's lots of road transport vehicles who are gathering and transporting haze and food and supplies to people in different areas. Roads damage. Oh my goodness, so many potholes on the roads here in Sydney. I swear I've nearly needed a new car wheel. It's been terrible. So they've had non-stop, people going out at night with roadworks to mend roads. It is so sad, Sue. Absolutely. Yeah, Tam Tam, hi. I know. It's horrible. Piggies were all okay. The flooding came in on the floor, which was, we've always thought, if anything could potentially happen, it would be there. And so for that reason, the bottom caging was well above it, about 4 inches above. So they were all fine. But yeah, damp, wet. Certainly my galoshes were very handy. And we got the pool pump onto it quite quickly. So thank you for all your well wishes. We also have a number of volunteers who are unwell at the moment. So I hope you know who you are. I hope you're feeling better. And look forward to seeing you again soon. We will be having an adoption day next Sunday. Thank you to all the moderators who have been here online. I will most likely go later online later. It just depends how time pans out. Hopefully, I will from the shelter itself. But I will end this here because I've got to go up to the other area. There's just me here now. We had James and his dad here this morning helping, which was just enormous. So enormous help, and thank you. You can ask a question. Tam Tam, far away. And while that's happening, any last minute questions, pop them up. So I'm sorry it's a much shorter stream, but we will do something later on. Oh my word. Oh, I need coffee. Coffee. That's what I need. Coffee. Now the problem with doing lives and face masks, there's my lipstick. What can I say? What can I say? Yeah, our rules and things have changed here a little bit, which is good. And the answer is no, Tam Tam, no, they don't eat leek. It's a bulb plant and it belongs to the onion family. So no, don't give them leek. The piggies, what's going to say? I don't know, fuzzy brain. It'll come back to me. I'm just too tired, guys. Too tired. We were going to have a big number come in last week, which was a planned number, but due to the flooding, it looks like it'll be this week. So if you're holding off to hear about those, it will be all broadcast live when it happens. But yeah, it'll be this week at some point. I know it's been pretty full on, Sue. It's been really full on. I'm tired. Oh. And I'm trying to get some videos out that you desperately need out there. You really, really need some of the things we've got for you lined up. So trying to get them out, just not enough bits of me. So that's a shame. Yeah, I do. So guys, I'm going to disappear up the other end. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much to the moderators on here today. Thank you all for helping. I've seen some of the robots diving in there and it's really wonderful to have your help. Please, some of the moderators also have channels of their own, so make sure you jump over and visit them too with the work that they're doing. And there's some really big stuff coming out. There's some stuff that has been look, yeah, it's been around for some time and really needs to be addressed. So holding on, it'll come out soon. Okay, take care everyone, and bye for now. I'm going to vanish up the other way, which I've got more to do up there, and I'll see you in the shelter later on. Okay, take care for now, and bye. Stay safe.